Hello everybody! Today I am going to be doing the Harry Potter tag, so let's just get started in that. I've got my little notes here in my little handy dandy notebook of the questions because I'm not going to be able to remember them by myself because I'm a noob like that. So yeah, favorite book. Well, I just started reading them because I've always letted the fact that I had dyslexia always get to me, and I haven't been in school for a couple of years, so I decided, you know what, who cares what anyone thinks? Who cares if it might take me a little longer to focus, which is the whole thing is, when you're looking at something and the letters are like kind of like, blurry and look like they're kind of moving and stuff like that, it's hard to focus on it, and if I really focus I can read, and sometimes I'm just like, oh, I don't want to read, so I'm just gonna do it because I want to, and I'm almost done with the first book, and I just bought the whole series like a couple of weeks ago, and so yeah. Favorite movie. My favorite movie, hands down, was The Prisoner of Azkaban. I loved the way that they went about making that movie. It was just different from how the rest of the people, like the rest of the movies were made and stuff like that. And I just really, really did love that movie. It was, where they introduced Sirius and stuff like that, and I really loved him. He was, one of my favorites, but I have other favorites, so I didn't just ruin one of the questions. My favorite scene. How can you pick a favorite scene? That is so hard. Like, maybe with reading the books, I will have a favorite scene in that because, it's so different when you're reading. I've realized that even just by reading the first book, how much different the movie was. Like, I love the movie, but I love the book so much more. But I don't really have a favorite scene in the movies because they were all pretty awesome, I guess. Favorite book. Well, obviously I don't have a least favorite book because I'm not done reading them. Least favorite movie was The Order of Phoenix. I hated that stupid lady that, she was just so dumb, and I hardly even remember that movie, which is saying something. I just remember that lady and how annoying she was, and I really didn't like that movie, and I can't really explain it specifically why. I just never got into that specific movie as much. Parts that made me cry. Okay, never read the books. Let's remember that. Watched the movies. No one's ever spoiled anything for me about the movies. So, or the book either. So when I watched it and I saw Snape and what happened to Snape, I cried. His whole story just made me like an emotional wreck. I cried and I still cry every single time. And of course there's other parts in it where other people die that bring a little bit of a tear to my eyes, but I was like streaming with tears with Severus. Who would I hook up with? Well, for a very, very, very bad reason, I would want to do the hookup thing with Draco, just because I find him oddly attractive in ways, but he was still such a douchebag. At the end, somehow I found sympathy for him, which is a really weird thing to say because, he was such... I liked that he didn't actually go bad. Maybe you can, argue about that with that, but I don't feel that he did, and I think that he wanted to be good, and he was just stuck in a really sticky situation where he couldn't be. And yeah, he didn't stand up as much as he could have if he did want to be the good guy and help out, like, fighting the Dark Lord. But either way, I still think he's cute. Favorite character. Okay, I have a few. I find that Dumbledore is a very, very inspirational character with all of his little sayings that he says that you can really put into real life and everything. So I really he was a character that I looked up to in ways. And of course, Snape, even before I knew who he was in the like, I still really loved him. Even if he turned out bad, I would have loved him. He was just so sassy and everything. Like, I really liked that. And he was so dark and mysterious. And he was just a really, really good character. And the fact that he ended up being like this hopeless, romantic, sad, lonely guy just made him 10 times better. So I really like him. And then, of course, Sirius, he was one of my favorites too. It was as soon as he was introduced, I fell completely in love with his character. He became a really, really good mentor and kind of just stood up and was really brave and all this stuff, and that's just, something that I really look up to, and he was a really good character too. My Patronus, I would have to say, would either be a feline type or a lion, even though Gryffindors are obviously, their symbol thingy is lions, and I'm obviously just saying, not Gryffindor, but I've always loved lions. I've always kind of let them symbolize me because they're brave and they stand up and in their place. Like, they don't care. Like, they represent things like they don't care what other people think about them. They stand up for what they want. They're courageous, and there's things that I aspire to be like and have always been aspiring to be like and looked up to. Which one would I prefer out of the 3 Deathly Hallow thingy-mabobbers? The Cloak Invisibility, Elder Wand, or Resurrection Stone? Okay. The Resurrection Stone would probably be the one that would be most compelling to use, but I know how it turned out for the guy, so I obviously wouldn't choose that one. And the wand would be really cool because it was powerful, but though my character, the way I am, being a Slytherin, like, you would think that, ooh, power and all that, but I don't really care for power as much. I just want respect in my space. And so, yeah, I wouldn't really want that. So I guess I'll just go with the Cloak of Invisibility and just have fun with it, Like, why not? Which house? I am a Slytherin. When I took the test on Pottermore and I got Slytherin, I was indifferent at the beginning, obviously, because obviously Gryffindor was very favored. But like I said, I'm not a wimp and stuff like that. I don't let people push me around and all that. So I knew that I was going to either get Gryffindor or Slytherin. My friends, who obviously I'm way too nice and stuff in some ways, and I really care about people and I stand up for people and everything like that. So they thought that I would be a Hufflepuff, which is really kind of insulting because the exact words was, you're kind of a pushover, so you're probably going to be a Hufflepuff, from like, not my one friend who's like really obsessed. Like, she thought I was going to be a Hufflepuff too and stuff like that because I'm so nice. But I'm not a pushover, really. I find respect for people and I respect them and I give all that I can to them. But other people, I'm not like that with. If you prove to me that you are not nice or good for me, I am not a nice person to you. So I fit very well in Slytherin. I'm very competitive, very competitive. I love to have my way. I won't force my way upon something that I know will be very bad for somebody else. But if I can have my way and it not harm anybody else, I'm gonna most likely get my way. Unless I really like you. So, I fit pretty well in Slytherin. If I can meet a cast member, I don't know if I'd be able to choose one, but I definitely would want to meet the main 3 characters, obviously, you know, and probably Draco, like Tom Felton or whatever his name is. I'd really want to meet him just because I would want to meet, like, you know, the older cast members, except for the fact that I don't think that I would really relate to them as much and everything, so I think I would relate more to someone my age, and they're my age, so, and they're just as good as any to talk to, so that would be really cool. Have I played any of the video games? Unfortunately, no, I haven't. I probably wouldn't like them if I did play them. I'm not a huge video game person. I'm more of a physical person. I like to get up and do things rather than sit and play games. If I am sitting there, I am going to draw, or I'm going to write, or I am going to watch a movie or a TV show, but video games just never hit it off with me very well. Which Quidditch team position? Now this excited me so much, like, hands down, no competition, I would definitely be the keeper. I played keeper for soccer practically all my life until after high school, and it was literally like the perfect position. I was amazing at it, and I am competitive enough to do it. I am rough enough, I am tough enough, and I can completely do that position and would be good at it. So I would 100% be the keeper. Was I happy with the ending? I thought that the ending in the movie, it was a little cheesy, but I'm so glad that it happened that way because it was so adorable, and I'm cheesy, so I didn't care that it was cheesy. It was seriously so cute. Like, you know, oh gosh, it was really cute. I'm happy with it. How much does Harry Potter mean to me? I think that now that I am older, it means more to me, if that sounds weird, but when I was younger, I didn't really get the chance to do much stuff like that. Like, I was always so busy and stuff. Now that I don't have school and everything, I got more of the chance to do more of the things that I love and stuff like that. So I really found more of a love for the movies and the books and, like, being a Slytherin and stuff like that. So it means quite a bit to me. It would be amazing if it was real. Like, that would be like the ultimate thing, but I'm not one of those crazy people who are going to sit there and pretend it's real. I think that the way that we have all these like 4 houses, and you take the test and you get put into the houses, and then you get to read it and see how much it represents you, and also it kind of opens you up to see, I really am this way, like, I really am this tough, or I really am this nice to people and have this compassion, like, I really do have that part in me, because you know how Neville Longbottom, he so looked like he was supposed to be a Hufflepuff, but he really didn't in the end. Like, the hat saw what truly was inside of him and stuff like that, and that was just really cool, because that happens to people all the time. Like, with this, like, they take it and then they see it and they read it and they're like, wow, I thought I was going to be this, but I got this, and then I read it and I'm so much like that and stuff. Alright, sorry guys, my phone died on me, and that's what I was using for the lighting. So yeah, luckily I got done with my tag, but I didn't get to do the outro, so here it is. I did a Slytherin inspired look with my eye makeup that I would really like y'all to see, so I'm going to show y'all that right now. Here it is. So if y'all like it, y'all can go and see the pictures of it that I'm going to be posting on my DeviantArt, and which is that cool Tumblr, that's what it's called, and my Tumblr, whichever one or both or whatever. Comment and tell me what you think or whatever you want to do. in the photos it doesn't look as green, but it looks cooler, so that's okay. I have actual real lighting instead of having to use fake lighting, which is always a plus. And I would really like to know some of these answers in the down below. Mostly I really want to know what house you're in and stuff, and why you think you're in that house, and if you like it, and just all that, those facts and stuff like that I would really love. So yeah, I hope y'all have a fabulous day, and goodbye.